Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Is It Pastable, the show where I take unconventional ingredients and try to turn them into fresh pasta. My name is Danny Freeman. I'm your host. You may know me as Danny Loves Pasta. I do all things fresh pasta, and here we're gonna try to make fresh pasta out of Doritos. And then we'll make a fun and easy stovetop mac and cheese sauce that you can make at home using a regular box of pasta. So let's find out, is it pastable? We're gonna start by pulverizing our Doritos. We gotta get these Doritos into really fine powder to mix with eggs to make a fresh pasta. So let me just plug in my little food processor here, throw our Doritos into our food processor. We wanna make these as fine as possible. We're basically trying to create a flour. Let's do a little bit more, why not? Let's just go ahead and do the whole thing. We have a very nice, very cheesy little Dorito powder here, 150 grams. I'm gonna add a little bit of flour to this. Measure this out. I'm measuring 400 grams of our dry ingredients, and I'm gonna mix that with 4 eggs. A basic fresh pasta dough recipe is 1 egg per 100 grams of flour. And I'm gonna do it in a big food processor. So let me get rid of this little one. If you wanna make fresh pasta at home, it's really easy. I know a lot of people are intimidated by it, especially because you can buy a box of pasta for like $1 or $2, but trust me, it's really good, tastes a lot better, fun to make, and if you don't have a lot of time, you can put all your ingredients in a food processor, mix it up, and that will make your dough very quickly. So let's add our dry ingredients, and then I'm gonna crack 4 eggs and put them right in here. Oh boy, all right. Smells like Doritos, but it's very wet. I had this problem with the chocolate chip cookies too. No. When you add something weird to pasta dough, the ratio between dry ingredients and eggs gets off because Doritos are maybe have a different absorbency than regular flour. So we gotta add a little bit more flour. Let's see if we can fix this. I feel confident we'll at least get a dough. I don't know if we can turn that dough into pasta. All right, let's see. Definitely drier. I think this is the right consistency. Right now it's like it's just a whole bunch of crumble. We gotta form it into an actual ball of dough. It's usually pretty easy to do. I have this pile of Doritos pasta, and I'm just gonna knead this into a dough. It's a nice bright orange color, as you might expect from the Doritos. It's coming together pretty well. The main issue with using a dry ingredient like this to make fresh pasta is that it doesn't always form enough gluten. If you think of a piece of pasta, I know I've said this before, but if you think of a piece of pasta, you take a bite of it, it's got a little bit of a chew to it, it's a little stretchy, that's because of the gluten. A good pasta dough should be a little stretchy, it should not just rip off like this. That may make the next step a little tricky, but at least we were able to make a nice bright orange pasta dough. I'm gonna cover this. Pasta dough dries out really quickly, so I'm gonna cover it while we're getting ready for the next step. And we're gonna move to step number 2 of making pasta, which is rolling it out. All right, I'm just gonna cut off a piece of the pasta dough. It's too much to all run through at once. I'm gonna take this dough and, I mean, the texture's not great. I'll be honest with you. The texture is not really doughy as it should be for pasta dough. I don't know, actually, it's a little stretchy. It's a little, oh, just ripped. All right, moment of truth. Oh, all right, not horrible. I've seen worse. I think the chocolate chip cookie pasta was worse. We do have one piece that kind of worked. The rest just shredded, not great, but I'm going to go ahead and run this back through a few times and hopefully it starts sticking together. It seems to be getting worse. I feel like the first time was the best time, but it's not beautiful, pretty ragged edges, but now I'm gonna start rolling it thinner and thinner and seeing if it stays together. This is the next test. Ripping a little bit, it's a little raggedy, but I think this will work. I think we can get some pasta out of this. All right, I'm gonna try, no promises, I'm gonna try to make bow tie pasta. To make this shape, you need to cut the dough into a rectangle, and I kind of did jagged edges here for the side, and then you give it a pinch right in the middle. Ooh, there we go, it worked. Well, okay, we have one piece of bow tie pasta, but it's a start, it's a start. You know, I'm not sure how this is gonna cook. They may turn out to be a little mushy, just because there's not a whole lot of integrity here in this. It's just not enough gluten, really. But I hope that they'll at least cook and hold their shape, and then we'll be able to make a nice cheese sauce to go along with these. We often think of this as bow tie pasta, but the name farfalle actually means butterfly. And if you've ever gone to kindergarten, you probably painted these lots of colors and made necklaces out of them or glued them onto a piece of paper or something. This This is one of the first shapes that I learned how to make when I was learning how to make pasta. I started with a very easy shape called cavatelli, where you don't even use a pasta machine. You don't roll it flat. You just take little chunks of it and roll them into little pasta nuggets. That's the first one I made. And then I started making bow ties. They're super cute, super fun. And I used a special pasta knife. It has one razor, one wheel that's just a straight razor, and one that is jagged to make the little edges. And I make this shape a lot because I just like it, it's fun, but I also have a almost 3-year-old daughter. She likes to get involved in the kitchen, so she's often here with me making pasta or trying to. I usually give her a little piece of the dough and she can have fun with it. She can roll it out, she can play with it. It's almost like Play-Doh, really. The real test will of course be cooking these. I have a slight fear that once I put these in the boiling water, they're gonna disintegrate. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you never know. And then we're gonna turn to our sauce. So I'm making a stovetop mac and cheese sauce. Now I love a good baked mac and cheese, put it in the oven, it gets nice and bubbly, but sometimes you need something quick and you don't wanna turn to a box of mac and cheese. I mean, if you do, that's fine, I like that too, but I'm gonna show you how to make a quick and easy stovetop mac and cheese that you can have done in 20 minutes, maybe less. Here we have a beautiful tray of bow tie pasta, nice, bright, and orange. I think it's ready to cook, and I think so far, fingers crossed, Doritos, is it Pastable? I'm gonna say yes. I know we're not done yet, but I'm feeling good about this one. I'm gonna add some salt to my water and get that going. We'll clean up this space, and then we'll start the sauce. All right, we are making stovetop mac and cheese. We're going to do everything in one pot, add the pasta right to it, and we'll be good to go. I'm gonna do mostly cheddar as well as some mozzarella. So this recipe that I'm making is good for about 1 pound of pasta, a box of pasta, and you need about 12 ounces of cheese. You could even go more if you want it really cheesy. I'm gonna shred this and then add some mozzarella. And you can experiment with different cheeses if you'd like. You wanna find one that melts well, but for me, cheddar is always gonna be the base. I like cheddar. Here we go, beautiful, beautiful. Nice bright orange cheese. It's gonna match our pasta color really well. All right, so let me start heating up the sauce. We are starting with a basic process. First, we're making a roux, which is the butter and the flour. Then we're adding milk and cream to make that a bechamel sauce. Salt is, an amazing flavor enhancer. I'm gonna add some freshly ground pepper, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. Then a must add is mustard. And then I'm gonna add some hot sauce. And then we're adding the cheese to finish it off. Whisk it together, melt that into your sauce before adding more. You can already tell this mozzarella is gonna be really good. It's making it really nice and stretchy. And hopefully, if we time it right, the pasta will be done cooking about the time the sauce finishes and we'll have everything all together at once. I'm gonna go ahead and add the pasta to the water and watch that closely because I think it's gonna be done in just a couple minutes. All right, our pasta has been cooked. It has held its shape really well. I don't know, I think it's working. Let me add some sauce right to it to get the full effect here. Oh yeah, this cheese sauce is perfect, perfect. Oh my God, I added a little too much. I could probably even add a little bit more cheese to that. All right, I added a lot of sauce here. Oh my God, it's smothered, but that's okay. The moment of truth, the taste test. Okay, I don't know why I get so nervous before tasting it, but here we go. All right. I'm going back for another. All right, well, it's smothered in cheese, so, that helps. That goes a long way. The sauce is so good. God, it's a little hot. I don't hate it. I don't think I need to do it again. I think regular pasta would be perfect with this sauce, but it worked. The texture is much better than I thought. It does not feel chunky. It's not disintegrating. So I gotta say, is it Pastable? Doritos? Definitely. Doritos pasta is a success. I don't know if it's a hit. I don't know if you have to go try it, but you can definitely make this stovetop mac and cheese sauce with a regular box of pasta. It's really good. It's really cheesy. Well, thank you for joining me for episode 4 of Is It Pastable? We turned Doritos into pasta and then made a stovetop mac and cheese sauce. Please go watch our previous episodes to see hamburger pasta, to see gummy worm pasta, to see chocolate chip cookie pasta. Follow along to see what's next. Leave me a comment. Give me some suggestions on what you want to see me try to turn into pasta.